Howdy folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. Welcome back to our NASCAR Diecast review. Today we have a epic Kyle Busch car in the studio. Wow, brand new sponsor, brand new driver in the 8 car, and what a cool looking paint scheme. It gives me some like Miami Dolphins vibes for a reason, and I like the colors over there in Miami. They look cool. This is the Netspend paint scheme. Now, I have no idea what the Biff sponsor it is. I'm assuming it's some type of crypto BTB or something. But anyways, awesome diecast. Did not expect it to get made. So without further ado, let's get rowdy and get this box open. And without further ado, diecast out of the box. Mission accomplished. Let's dive into this review, guys. So look at this colors on this car, man. I mean, if this does not scream Miami Dolphins, I don't know what is. A little bit of the Miami Marlins uniforms a decade ago. Just a cool looking paint scheme, guys. Let's dive into it. So you got Netspend on the hood. You got the updated windshield. Look at this. You got the gold Chevrolet logo right there. That's awesome. You have your little air vent cut out. But what might even be cooler is look at the rear windows. I don't remember this kind of detail on the rear windows before. That is freaking awesome. I tell you what, they should have done this years ago. They didn't listen to the fans. They should have, because plenty of people were very vocal about them. I see it everywhere. Comment sections, people making videos about it. If you listen to your consumers, guess what? You know, you might have a little bit better PR. Anyways, let's go over here to the hood of the car. Get your very, very sleek, modern, a little bit of a, I don't know what you call this, just a normal two-tone hood design. The top of the car is obviously all blue, kind of a teal color, but I like how just the hood just all white. Looks cool. The blue lines that go around it, and you have the orange, and there's a little bit of red, it looks like. Maybe a sun red or a sun red orange. Go to the front of the car. It definitely looks like a Miami Dolphins car, man. I love it. I got the number 8 right there. Sunoco. Get to RCR. Sunoco again. Kyle Busch, you know, at the time of this video, it's in the playoffs, right? I don't know what's going to happen at the Roval, right? He could get eliminated, whatever. But he's won 3 races. I mean, most NASCAR drivers statistically don't even win a race. So the fact that you win 3 in one season, I'd consider that a success. I could give a rat's hind end what happens in the playoffs. You win 3 races, you're doing pretty good. Kyle Busch, is his return to RCR, or return to Chevrolet via RCR, is already a smashing success. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. Literally, in 3 weeks, he had a more successful NASCAR tenure at RCR than Casey Mears did his entire career. I'm sorry, not sorry. I'm kidding. You got the number 8 on the side here. Netspend. Got American Ethanol there. Cheddars. I think not BetMGM. 3Chi would be right here on this lower side panel. Great proportions of the logos, I might add. I like these sideways decals that cross over that fender well to the door panel. A nice number placement in terms of the paint scheme. Sometimes the numbers are a little too small, like the William Byron Valvoline car, or maybe even a better example, the other RCR car. I mean, look at the number 3. Come on, man. How small of a number 3 are they going to do? I mean, look, it looks like the Bass Pro Shops decal on the side is almost the same size as it. I don't know. I don't know who's designing these paint schemes, but they need to get their renders. They send the line out a little bit better. Goodyear Cup Series race car, or not race car, but 75th anniversary. Rowdy, Lucas Oil, Chevrolet, Sherwin-Williams, whatever the Biff those are. Go to the tail end of this car. Beautiful, aquatic color, if you will. Netspend Camaro to ZL1 Akuma, number 8. Go to the right side of this diecast. Also, I noticed there's a crinkle right there, unfortunately. But on the right side, very simple. I don't think he's ran this car much in 2023. Maybe only one time, but the fact that it even got made is really surprising to me. Because there's a couple Kyle Busch cars that did get DMP'd, I believe, which is stupid. I mean, it's Kyle Busch. Every paint scheme he runs should get made. It's a Cup Series team for Childress. Every paint scheme he runs should get made. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. How many paint schemes does Austin Dillon show up to the racetrack with? In the Cup Series, in the number 3 car, and how many of them get made? I know he's not the most popular guy, but I mean, we're talking Cup Series paint schemes, guys. every single one of them should get made the 1/64 scale, and it's a shame that, whenever they don't do it, you have to do it yourself. It's stupid. It's like when you have a great looking paint scheme and you're like, man, I really wish that got made in the 1/64 scale, only if I was holding it in my hands right now. I'm telling you, man, the pre-order system is so broken. It's so stupid. When you see Chase Elliott merchandise get DMP'd, you're like, what the biff is going on, right? And when I see these Cup Series paint schemes, I don't even bother pre-ordering until they make MOQ. And for those who don't know what MOQ means, it's a funny word we use essentially to designate a paint scheme being approved for production. They had enough pre-orders, the sponsor bought enough, etc., etc. And if a paint scheme doesn't make MOQ, I don't pre-order. I'm just going to keep it honest with you. I don't. If you pre-order, that's great, but I don't. And you might be saying, well, that's the problem. That's why they don't get made. No, I disagree respectfully, because I have pre-ordered in the past, and it never made a difference. If I want a paint scheme so badly, I could just make it myself. Like, if I wanted to make a Talladega Josh Berry for whatever reason, and I wanted to make it a Dash for Cash car, and I wanted to even add front tape to it, am I going to wait for them to make a pre-order for it, or am I just going to make it and, put it in my collection if I wanted to? You know what I'm saying? Like, my mentality when it comes to diecast has completely changed. I could care less if they get canceled or not. The cars, if they get DMP'd, that's fine. If I really want it, I'll just make it myself. That is the reality of the diecast universe nowadays. Unfortunately, it's not 2005 where every single paint scheme got made just about in either a promo, Racing Champions, Hot Wheels, etc., etc. So when I seen this car get made, I was thoroughly shocked that this car actually got made. It's a great looking car, but we see this all the time. And if you need another example, and I'll show one right here, how many times does Blaney, Austin Cindric, Matt Crafton, or Brandon Jones run a Menards paint scheme? How many different hood logos do they have? I would argue at least 15 different hood logos between each of the drivers. Okay? How many of them do they actually made in the 1/64 scale? How many do they even make in the 1/24 scale? If Austin Cindric runs this Menards paint scheme 20 different times, odds are 18 of them are unique hood designs and whatnot. Maybe one, maybe two get made. It's a shame. Anyways, that's all for now, guys. Enough of me ranting about, small toy cars. Hey, man, when you're passionate about stuff, you tend to rant, And when things are broken, you got to fix them. When they're not broken, you don't fix them. That's just how I see it. Anyways, we got some great stuff coming up on the channel very soon. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We'll be back for some more diecast reviews very soon. Awesome paint scheme. Absolutely recommend it. What a great looking diecast. Certainly one of my favorite paint schemes of the year. Diecastbuffet. Signing off.